that fall meeting will not come every time. It's like out of the 1 year of the fellowship, you have to join the meeting just 4 times. But before the meeting, you'll be told what to read in the website. You'll be registered in the website, and then you'll be told what you're going to read. There are some books you'll be given. So the fellowship has the there are 4 textbooks. I think there are 4 in number that you're supposed to read, and these textbooks will be sent to your location. It will be sent to your location. So unfortunately, during my own time, I don't know, Nigeria happened to me, so my textbooks never got to me. I gave them the post code and they posted it, but I couldn't get the textbooks till today. So then after that, after the fellowship, like you have 2 semesters to choose. It's either you choose to start in the first semester, which begins from August to December. If you choose to start in first semester from August to December, after the training, you get stipend. So your stipend is cash of 1,000 USD. That's the stipend you get cash. Then the textbooks, the value of the textbooks are 250 USD, and some other things they promise to give. So I'm going to be reading out some of the cover letters of those that got into the fellowship. So unfortunately, I don't have any of my essays and my cover letters now. I don't have any of them because my phone was stolen. So I lost all the documents in that phone. I lost everything in that phone. That was why I had to talk to some of us that got into the fellowship. About 4 of us are Don Lavoie Fellow in our WhatsApp group. So me and Sunday, we got into the fellowship in 2023. Then when we mentioned it in the group, a lot of people applied. I reviewed so many essays for some people, and out of all the people that applied in our group, 2 people got into the fellowship as well. So I'll be reading Sunday's cover letter and the cover letter of Suleiman. So both of them are in our group. They also got the fellowship. Like I said, I cannot find my own cover letter. And then the essays we wrote for the fellowship, I can't find it either because of the phone that I lost. But I'm going to be sharing, because I wrote the essays, so I know some things that I wrote. I'm going to be sharing tips also on what you can write that will help you to win the fellowship. I know that some people have already applied for the fellowship. Then some people have not applied. The deadline for the fellowship is in April. So when I started all these application things initially, when I hear fellowship, I on my mind just go to church fellowship, like praying, like all this praying and fasting, all these church things. That's what my mind goes straight to. I didn't know that fellowship is just like training. So that's what this one is all about. It's not a church fellowship. I'll also be sharing the link to the Don Lavoie Fellowship. After this call, I'll be putting the link in the description box. And one good thing about this fellowship is that it's renewable. If I decide that I still want to be a Don Lavoie Fellow, I can still apply for it and I'll get in. And not only that, when you become a fellow, if you refer someone and the person writes your name that you referred him or her, you will get some tips for referral bonus. So unfortunately, last year I told everyone that applied through my advertisement to write my name. So out of the 2 people that got it, only one person wrote my name, and I got only $150 for referral bonus. So I was supposed to get $300 for referral bonus. I ended up getting just for one person because the other person did not write my name. So like everyone in this corner that is listening, if you're applying, I'll give the description. So after this call, you have to go back to the YouTube channel to see the description, both the link to apply, and you write my name, or you can just write my name there that I referred you. And when you become a fellow and you refer other people, they write your name there. you get bonus as well. I think this year the referral bonus has came down to 100 USD instead of 150 USD. So the key things we are discussing in the fellowship is just about the Austrian, Virginia, and Bloomstein School of Political Economy. So those are the things we discuss in the fellowship. It's not something that is a big deal. And one good thing is that any department you are eligible to apply. Some people will say, oh, I did not do economics, I did not do political science. Let me shock you. One of the people that got it last year is a medical student. So how did he get it? He's a medical student. So it does not matter your department, as long as you can tell them how passionate you are about um public policy or political issues or economic issues. So just make sure you relate it to the context of your country. Don't be talking in isolation. Don't be talking in isolation. Relate it to the context of your country. Start with a problem, the problem you identified, then the solution, how you intend to solve the problem through your participation in the fellowship. So there are other questions in the fellowship. I want to open the application questions. It's not only it's not only only the cover letter. There are other questions there. So I'm trying to open the questions so that I'll be able to read out all the questions there. Yeah. So look at the first question. Just okay, there are just two questions. If I was thinking it's up to three. Look at the first question. What do you hope to gain by participating in this fellowship program, and how will it help you to achieve your career goals? That's the first question. What do you hope to gain by participating in this fellowship program, and how will it help you achieve your career goals? In just 1,250 characters. So when you convert characters to words, you see that the word count is very small. Maybe it's not even up to 200 words. Then the second question, which intellectual figure or books have most influenced your thinking on political economy, public policy, and why? So which intellectual figure? In this particular question, I talked about um Adam Smith's Wealth of the Nation. That was what I talked about here. When they asked me what intellectual figure or books have influenced my thinking on political economy and public policy and why. So I talked about Adam Smith's Wealth of the Nation and how it influenced me. Like I want to know why will some countries be richer than other countries, the inequality in income distribution, wealth distribution, and then I related it to the context of Nigeria and how I want to gain more knowledge about this through the fellowship. Then for cover letter, so you are going to be uploading a CV and a cover letter equally. So let me read the cover letter that I have here. I have two cover letter of those that got into the program. For my own cover letter, like I said, I cannot find it, but I wrote about the corruption issues in Nigeria. That's what I wrote about. Then how I participated in the Nigeria Youth Future Fund, the Imaginative Future Working Group, and how we discussed about how to solve the leadership problems in Nigeria. So then I've not really gone deep into climate change then. So what I was doing then was more of public policy, anti-corruption. Those were the things I was doing then. So I had to relate my essay towards that contest and how I participated in the Partners United Community Advocate Project, where we also studied anti-corruption and how to report corruption-related cases through the Partners United whistleblowing platform, and how I intend to become a public like I want to go into public policy, into policy making, and how I intend to use the knowledge I'll gain from the fellowship to be able to address the corruption issues in Nigeria. So those are the content of my own essay. So I'll start with Sunday's cover letter. Sunday got into the fellowship the same time I got into the fellowship. I'll be reading it out. The director Mercatus Center, George Mason University, 3434 Washington BLVD, fourth floor. Dear search committee members, an application for 2023/2024 Don Lavoie Fellowship. With great zest, I write to apply for the 2023/2024 Don Lavoie Fellowship, Don Lavoie Political Economy Fellowship. My academic background in economics and political economy, coupled with my extensive research experience, make me an ideal candidate for this fellowship. Officially, I graduated from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, on 4th of April 2023 with a first class honors in economics. Through my undergraduate degree, I have been engaged in undergraduate research with the Policy Analysis and Research Group, where I led multiple team and school-based research presentations and was recognized with several meritorious awards: Best Student Leader, Best Field Research School and Equality, and Best Field Research School, and equally led the environmental school to emerge victorious at the group's 2020/2021 academic session inter-school quiz competition. Beyond undergraduate research, I am presently interning with the Research Men Consult, where I assist a university professor and senior lecturer in the Department of Economics, University of Nigeria, in the writing of policy papers. My research interest revolves around the issue of corruption, other institutional other institutional quality indicators, which was the focus of my undergraduate research paper, and poverty. I am intrigued by the questions as: how detrimental is corruption to economic development? What are the underlying root causes of corruption and weak institutional infrastructures? And what innovative political economy approach can we adopt to curb, if not tame, the magnificence of corruption in underdeveloped countries and transform weak institutions into strong, inclusive institutions? Fundamentally, corruption is predicted to cost Nigeria about 37% of its gross domestic product by 2030. When this cost is analyzed from an individual perspective, the cost of corruption for each citizen is equated to around 2,000 USD by Circus 2030. This is enormous for a country where 63% of the population is multidimensionally poor and ranked as the world headquarters of poverty. Currently, I'm working alongside some postgraduate students on two papers assessing the determinants of non-monetary household poverty in Nigeria. The study rationale stems from the fact that despite global reductions in poverty in the past decade, many Nigerians still lack access to the basic amenities such as electricity, clean water supply, improved sanitation, etc. Hence, the project investigates the determinants of household poverty in Nigeria using a nationally representative sample of Nigerian households drawn from the Nigerian COVID-19 harmonized dataset, while equally constructing a composite asset poverty index. The second project is Regime Transition and Education Outcome. The objective of this project is to investigate the highly debated topic among political economists of whether the transition from a totalitarian or autocratic regime to a democratic one improve education outcome globally, and what generally determines education outcome. Chijioke, please can you wait after I finish reading, then you can ask your question. Furthermore, The Don Lavoie Fellowship promises a lot for me. Since my second year in the university, after reading Daron Akemogu's Why Nation Fail and Douglas North's Institutional Change and Economic Performance, I have become really interested in the discourse of political economy. By participating in Don Lavoie Fellowship, I hope to join a network of budding scholars who are equally passionate about political economy and are ready to learn from astute Mercatus scholars on how to conduct cutting-edge research in contemporary political economy. Again, I hope to gain insights and perspectives from the Mercatus scholars. Sincerely, I want to be as broad as Taylor Cohen and as deep as Brian Kaplan in economics discourse. I am excited to learn from these well-versed scholars, particularly to ask them questions that have long occupied my mind and to learn from them how to think like an economist, which they always talked about. Furthermore, as well noted in political economy, reforms do not fail even when solutions that would improve public welfare are available. Hence, I am interested in gaining knowledge about why reforms and public policies fail in an underdeveloped economy like Nigeria, and what innovative political economy measures can be taken to address the institutional malfeasance in Nigeria. Put differently, I'm looking forward to gaining political economic perspectives that can help me develop greater clarity about the forces promoting or impeding better development outcomes in Nigeria, particularly, and the rest of the world, and what smart contributions could be made to strengthen our institutional infrastructures through unbiased public policy measures. Equally, I hope to gain exposure on intellectually stimulating and insightful thematic political economy concepts through the Mercatus scholars. Concepts like rationale, irrational by Brian Kaplan, keep one glued to his mind, myth of a rational voter, while equally thinking about measures of improving democratic outcomes. I look forward to engaging the works of other Mercatus scholars and building my political economy knowledge. These anticipated gains from participating in the Don Lavoie Fellowship will contribute significantly to my career goals. My career goals can be divided into short-term and long-term career goals. In the short term, I am committed to garnering in-depth knowledge about political economy and equipping myself with both necessary and sufficient political economy toolkits. Again, peer reviewed, I look forward to celebrating other budding political economists whose interest borders on institutional reform for peer-reviewed, high-impact published research journal. Specifically, I'm looking forward to publishing a minimum of 10 political economy focused papers before my master's degree at my dream university, Mercatus George Mason University. However, in the long term, I hope to become a voice in the field of political economy, leading and championing reforms, public policies that will improve the lives of ordinary citizens in my country and the world at large. From my enclosed resume, I believe I have the skills and character to be a Don Lavoie Fellow, and I would be happy to discuss my qualifications and skills with you further. Thank you immensely for your time and consideration. I look forward to hearing from you. So this one is Sunday's cover letter. So for those of you that know Sunday, you will know that Sunday is a scholar. Like when it comes to research, I mean, so he's currently working with Sidani Group. So he's a researcher at Sidani Group. After his internship, he was retained at Sidani Group. So he's working for Sidani as a researcher. So when you look around his write up, everything he's talking more of the research aspect when it comes to political economy. He's talking more of the research aspect. So for those of you that was asking me, Charles, Charles was asking me, okay, someone that does not have all these research skills, yeah. If you don't have so many research skills or publications, yes, yeah, in Nigeria, I mean, Nigeria has happened to everybody. You can talk about the corruption related issues you've experienced firsthand in Nigeria. Like when I mentioned what I wrote, I talked more about the corruption related matters in Nigeria. And then I've not published any book. I'm not into research. I've not done any publication when I applied. So I talked more about on the field activities and policy making, all the policy making forums I've been part of, and the anti-corruption trainings I've received. And then I was doing stuffs around good governance, public policy, advocating for how to end voters apathy, how people can come out and vote for the right candidate, and how election violence, all those election related matters, those are the things I talked about, and the corruption related matters, and how I intend to solve it by my participation in this program. I think I mentioned where I worked as election observer for some organizations, and how I collected data on election, and how last all the results we collected were being falsified, and then the persons we did not vote for ended up becoming our leader. So those are the things I talked about in my own write-up. So you must not be into research, just relate it to your own context. Don't just talk in isolation. When you look at those that got into the fellowship, there are people that are talking of real problems that they are experiencing. I'll be reading Suleiman's essay now. Sorry, his cover letter. It does not matter. It's not about the experiences. Political economy, as long as you're in Nigeria, guy, you never see anything in Nigeria. Like, why you say which experience you need again? That you were born and brought up in Nigeria is enough experience for you? Or you don't know what is happening during election, you don't know, okay, like, imagine election result will still be like they'll be counting election result and they've already announced the winner. Is that not an evidence? Which other evidence you need? I remember one time they did local government. They said they are doing councillors election, and the election did not hold. And the next day they announced the result of the winners. Election where we no vote, there was no voting, and winners was announced the following day. How manage? I mean, you have a lot of experience as long as you are born and brought up in Nigeria. Experience full your body. Now you know how you go take put am. Let me read the one of Suleiman. Dear Don Lavoie Fellowship Committee, my journey as a final year botany student in Gombe State, northeastern Nigeria, has taken me down an unexpected yet thrilling path towards the world of public policy. While my initial passion lay in understanding the ecosystems of my region, witnessing directly the challenges faced by my community, which includes environmental issues, Boko Haram insurgency, marginalization, political instability, and other socio-economic challenges, sparked a passion for change, a desire to translate scientific knowledge into tangible solutions that empower communities and foster a sustainable future. It is with this burning ambition that I find myself interested in the exceptional Don Lavoie Fellowship Program. For me, it represents the missing piece in my journey, a bridge between scientific rigor of environmental research and practical expertise of crafting impactful policy. The program's online format holds immense appeal, allowing me to continue contributing to local initiatives in northeastern Nigeria while immersing myself in the stimulating intellectual environment offered by Mercatus scholars. My initial exploration of political economy has been deeply influenced by the works of Elinor Ostrom and Hernando de Soto. Ostrom's groundbreaking research on common pool resource management resonated profoundly with my observations of traditional grazing patterns in my region. For centuries, these communities effectively managed range land through intricate social norms and customary practices, demonstrating the value of local knowledge and decentralized governance. However, the intrusion of external factors such as overgrazing due to population and market pressures disrupted these traditional systems, highlighting the need for policies that build upon existing local institutions while addressing contemporary challenges. Similarly, De Soto's emphasis on the importance of formal property rights for economic development resonate with my understanding of the informal economy in northeastern Nigeria. Many individuals, particularly women, engaged in informal economic activities such as small-scale farming, craft and trade. However, the lack of formal property rights hinders them access to credit, market, and legal protection, limiting their economic potential. This experience underscores the need for policy solutions that recognize and support informal economic activities while promoting a gradual transition towards formalization. However, I understand that political economy is a multifaceted field encompassing a diverse range of perspectives. It is this diversity that excites me about the Don Lavoie Fellowship. The opportunity to engage with scholars like Tila Cohen, Brian Kaplan, and James Buchanan promises to expose me to a multitude of school of thought, from the Austrian emphasis on individual liberty to the Bloomington School's focus on institutional arrangement. This intellectual exposure, combined with my existing knowledge of environmental science and social policy, will equip me to develop a nuanced understanding of complex issues and formulate my own informed perspectives. My research interest lies at the intersection of environmental sustainability, social policy, and economic development, with a particular focus on incentivizing sustainable resource management in conflict-affected regions like mine. I envision researching and developing policies that empower local communities through secure property rights framework, promote the adoption of renewable energy sources, and foster economic resilience through market-based mechanisms. For example, I'm interested in exploring the potential of community-based forest management programs, where local communities are guaranteed ownership and management rights over forest resources, coupled with market incentives for sustainable forest products. This approach not only promotes environmental conservation, but also provide economic opportunities for local communities, potentially contributing to conflict mitigation and post-conflict reconstruction efforts. The Don Lavoie Fellowship is not merely an academic pursuit. It is a catalyst for positive change. I aspire to utilize the acquired knowledge and analytical skills to craft evidence-based policies that address the unique challenges faced by northeastern Nigeria, a region often overlooked in national policy discussions. My ultimate goal is to become a bridge between science and policy, advocating for solutions that are both environmentally sound and economically viable, ultimately contributing to a more sustainable and prosperous future for my region and beyond. Thank you for considering my application. I am confident that my dedication, academic background, and commitment to positive change make me a strong candidate for Don Lavoie Fellowship. I eagerly anticipate the opportunity to discuss my aspirations further and contribute to the vibrant intellectual community fostered by the Mercatus Center. Sincerely, Suleiman Abubakar Umar. So I'm done with the cover letter. Then cover letter and two other essays. That's just three write-up. I mean, it's not just you come and write 200 words cover letter. Like if you look at this cover letter, both of them are up to 2 pages. Even my own cover letter, my cover letter is also up to 2 pages. And I embedded some links in my cover letter because like I like to put the links to my works, all those political stuffs and public policy making activities I partook in. I embedded the link in my own cover letter. So any question? If you have any question, I'm listening. Any question or comment? Or should I end the session? I'll start calling names. So Esther, Chijioke, who is Vibe with VR, Chioma, anybody that has a question or a comment. Okay. Since there is no question or comment, I'll be ending the live stream and then I will attach the link to the application. Let me send the link to the chat so that those that want to apply, you can go ahead and apply. When you're answering the eligibility question, if you select yes for any of the questions and they told you you are not eligible, go back and select no. If you select yes and they say they are not eligible, select no, then you'll be eligible. Oh, Abubakar Adebayo, you just joined. There will be a replay, so you can go ahead and watch the replay later. I'm sending the link to the the Don Lavoie Fellowship. I just dropped the link, and then I'm typing my name on the chat box. So write my name when they ask you who referred you. Write my name. Please don't forget to write my name. So I just send the link to the fellowship and then my name for those of you that will be applying. So if you have any question, if you're not in the WhatsApp group, try and join the WhatsApp group so you can ask me your questions. Those of you that have questions. I'm also dropping the link to the WhatsApp group now. If you have a question, you ask me in the WhatsApp group.